Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's GreatTaz here once again with another replay from the world of tanks. And in this replay, we'll be watching myself play the Grand Finals tank, the Chrysler K. Let's get on with it, shall we? As you can see here, we are on the Abbey. And in this battle, we will be going to the 1-2 line. This is a Tier 9 battle, if you've not noticed. And we're we are technically bottom tier. This is a 5-10 grouping. This is your middle grouping that you might get in normal circumstances of your 3-5-7 matchmaking, which isn't always 3-5-7. And it's not the greatest matchmaking, especially on the US server where there's really last night, Friday night, summer night, people could be out and about, but roughly had 16 to 17,000 people on the server, and the Latin server had over 1,100 on it. So let's continue on with the battle here and see how things turn out. See, we're going down the 1-2 line here. First spotted the T-44, take a quick shot, just trying to keep moving in this point. 263 Tier 9 TD, that leads up to the 268 version 4. You can see that was spotted over there. Their Batchat 12 ton is in the little alleyway in the city from their side, and their 430 is going up into the Abbey. So as you can see, if you read some of the chat going on, there's some crazy stuff. Trying to kind of forcing my way here in front of this guy, but he can still shoot over me as I side scrape. So you can see I'm using the really good sky scraping of the Chrysler K here to actually do some side scraping. I got 2 shots off so far with no hits, and with no hits equals no pens. As you can see, they're Jag Tiger 88, and they're 2.6, or our Jag Tiger 80. They're 2.63, and I'm not sure what the heavy is. It's Object 263 and the T10. There, made it right over. There's the 257. He peeked around the corner and took a hit for it. As you can see there, he took already a shot too. Again, still side scraping, watching the mini map as we go along here. Well, so far we're down 3 tanks to none. We've lost the 110, a Centurion, and a Type 59, which the 110 got a little irritated with being killed already. It happens. You just got to get up and over it. Milson takes a good shot at the 257, trying to still stick with the side scraping here, so we're taking as minimum damage as possible. Using the rocks to climb up to get moved forward, but being able to back up without getting in front of the Musin as much as possible. Still doing the side scraping. The 257, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. It's a better side scraping tank. All the IS series are decent side scraping tanks. Rear side scraping tanks, but yet he's still coming at us at an angle, giving us the flat of his tanks and stuff like that. Oh well, 260. The Super Persian has made an appearance here. Now we're against the Lorraine 40 ton, and yep, we got missed. The Lorraine bounced off of us. T-44 and the 257. Trying to keep an eye on the Super Persian over there also. The Lorraine looks like he's going to try to run away, but we'll be loaded in time, and he's definitely not going to get away. Goodbye. Deleted. Okay, on to the next. Here we go. Oh, look, the 244 is trying to do the same thing. We're going to track him. Doesn't look like he's going to have a good day. We're going to see our side scrape, and the Musin takes him out with getting some tracking assistance. Now we have 257 left. Let's finish him off quick with 76 hit points. Alright, our 2-line won, but we have lost the 5 and 6 lines. 5, 6, we've lost the middle basically. The super Persian shoots at us and we block it. We block another one with the gun. We take a hit from our own teammate, mainly because it's bad aim, I'm guessing. And set the E4 and try. Finally, the E4 shoots and pens us and tracks us. Well, it's only because he had our full on side. If he would have kept our front to him, he would have no way, shape, or form had a chance. All right, we're going to push around here to the corner. It looks like the Mution, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Looks like the IX-6 and the 103 are going to head back to base. Mution looks like he's coming with us. Not sure what that guy is talking about, so we're just going to leave it go. We're going to sit here because not quite sure where the charioteer got off to. I'm going to shoot in his last known location, maybe get a hit in on him. Nothing, but we may have been spotted. Don't have 6th sense in this tank. The Mution is going to push towards the cap, which is not a bad thing. And now all their guys are actually spotted. So we're going to move on. And it's a even battle, which this has been a very good battle. We won the 1-2 line. They won the 6 to 9 line. So and the middle. So they won more of the map in the long run, but in the end of the battle so far, we've equally taken out the same number. We have 5 left. They have 5 left. With the Batchat 12 trying to freaking Conway's bitching, moaning, complaining. He needs to complain to someone else because technically the battle's not over yet. We still have 44 seconds at the minimum, and it's a 10-10 battle. So, and we really seriously got them kind of surrounded. So it's just a matter of taking a couple seconds to do what we need to do. We don't have no arty, but they still do. Here's a good shot at the 12-ton. Lost caps. Hit him ourselves for 304 damage. Now we're going to aim in, and he's dead. Now we're going to look around the corner here. And all their tanks, if you've noticed, are really low hit points. So a nice thing when they remade this map, they made a simple way to go down from this side. I kind of thought that building might be destructible when I ran into it, but it's not. So that's all right. So we'll just squeak around it. Still 11-11. It's an even battle. But we still have myself at 984. Looking in the comparisons here, okay, now we're 1 up. Looking at the comparisons of hit points, we're up, no matter what you look at it. All right, so we're going to continue to push forward and sneak around behind the VK and the 31. Oh, look, goodbye. Oh, we missed the arty. Not worried about the arty right this second. Got to get beside him and behind him, finish him off. We ram him for some damage. Shoot him for the rest. We've got 34. Not worried about losing a few hit points. Got the spot damage on that. Only 21, which was kind of sucky. And finally dead and killed. So, for the Conway to basically complain that we threw the game at a point where it was 11-11, we came back around and completely won the game. Now, did they do the smart thing of the way they played? We were really spread out. And once the 12-ton got hit, their game was pretty much in the cap direction done. If we would not have killed another tank, we would have capped out because our Mution. But the 4 of us that went back took on those 5 tanks and won in the end of it. Why? Better spotting, better use of our armor. And in overall, I mean, you take the Mushin out. They hadn't already. You take our Mushin out. It was a 4-on-4 battle. So in the end of the battle, what it turns around to is we just worked out and had a little bit better overall. But let's go take a peek at our end game stats here and see what we did. All right. Well, we walked out with first class badge with our 1232 base experience. That's first class, people. That's telling you probably 1300 plus, and the Chrysler K GF is going to get you your ace badge. Now, I used to have bad verdict, and it just doesn't work right anymore. And they've really not been able to catch up with Wargaming basically every 2 weeks throwing out a new patch to throw off these mod makers. And I think they're doing it to throw off the mod makers to make it where the ones who are using the cheat type mods, making the cheat type mods, make it a little more difficult and a little less wanted to actually continue with these cheat mods, making them and stuff like that. Because a lot of people that are making the mods don't make the money. And unless you support them through different things like Patreon and some of the streamers and YouTube and stuff like that. So in the turn, I think that's reason behind Wargaming's patching small patches every 2 weeks. I mean, currently this battle was in a version 1.0.2.1, and now we're at 1.0.2.2, and I wouldn't expect that we won't be at 0.3 in probably a week or two. And again, like I said, I think they do this to irritate and annoy the mod makers that are kind of, you would consider hacks, so that it's harder for them to want to keep up with this stuff and to continue on to keep up with this. But back to our stats here. Like I said, first class, we came out with Bruiser again, damaging 5 criticals, doing 5 criticals as Bruiser. You got Demo Expert, so we ammo wreck someone. Who did we ammo wreck? Okay, this isn't going to tell us because Watt Replays doesn't show stuff like that. So we ammo wreck someone and destroyed them. This is just going to tell you it's damage to the vehicle and the amount. It's not going to tell you. And then Fire for Effect, which is, like I said, it's a very easy one to get. I've gotten it almost pretty much every battle. Truly, I've got probably about 2,000 of these already since it come out. There are some battles where I do less. And honestly, there are some battles where I go through the whole battle and I'm in a slow tank. Every time I get around a corner, the enemy goes boom. And I don't really get a kill. I don't get no damage. So I walk through a whole battle for 7-8 minutes shooting, but not getting any connecting shots and or getting to get a shot on a target because they're dead by the time I get there. So there is sometimes, and it happens. It happens to even the best of players in the worst of times. So back on to where we're going. Now, as you can see in the team score, didn't have the most experience. Our IS6 had 1356, which she did a real good job. CG Towner, did a pretty good job. 3,831 damage. He has 3 kills, and it did 594 assistance. But in ourself, we did 3,099 and blocked 780. Our IS6 only blocked 640, and you don't get any. People were hoping that Wargaming would put some mechanic in for getting some experience for armor blockage, but they haven't. And I'd still like to see them do something like that, just for the simple fact that, I mean, it doesn't have to be, huge. Like 1%. So I blocked 700. If you get 1 experience and maybe 10 credits, that just sounds good. 1 experience and 10 credits, so 1% for your experience and 10% for your, your credits. For every point, you hit, I would have got 78 credits, okay, and 8 experience. We'll round out. That's not going to unbalance the game, but it's going to give you heavy players a little bit to look forward to, and making sure that they learn the mechanics of blocking, making sure that people who are attacking are not giving them that extra experience and stuff. So, I mean, you got stuff like the Mushin, who blocked 240, the 103, blocked 3,030. So that would be 300 credits. That's not going to really break the game, Wargaming. And they would have got 30 experience. It's not going to break the game. Really. Come on now. And you got the IS-6 with 640. All right. I mean, you got a bunch of different numbers here. And it's really in the long term of the things, it's not going to break the game. So why can't you add something little like that? I mean, this guy really deserves. He died. He got 972. I think he deserves the 30 more experience. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up and tell me what you think in the comments. But let's go back to it. Done with my little rant. All right, and like I said, we got our rewards, shows us here. And we did really good for, what we did. We second in damage, second in damage overall, and second in experience earned. So that's really good. And we were tied for second in the number of kills, but it's not like it really overly matters in kills. Kills give you a little bit more experience, but in the long run, the damage is what gives you your true experience, your damage and your assist damage. So those are the two things you want to concentrate on if you're trying to get high experience. And with those, you also, that's where you get your high credits values too, because it's based off of your damage, your assist damage, and stuff like that. Now, block damage, again, like I said, 0. You get 0 experience and 0 credit. We fired 17 shots. We only had 11 of them hit, but all 11 of our shots that we did fire penetrated. And as you saw there, towards the end, I fired a few gold rounds. So we got a 24,000 credit experience. Was running personal reserves on this day. Started off with 91,000. Got a 46,500. So that puts us over. And plus compensated for our 88 pulling. Who's to say it was my fault? Who's to say it was his fault? But for the JagTiger 88 hitting me, I got 1627. It gave me a whole total of 139,500. And after repairs, which was minimal, and ammo resupply, which was 24.6. Like I said, I fired a few gold rounds. Wasn't a lot. We come out with a 110.3 thousand credits. Now base experience was 1232. Ended up with because of a premium count, 1848, and then we had personal reserves for experience going. Then we had action and personal missions. Now this was during the time after I bought the Chrysler. I bought the Chrysler with the 5 times experience battles. I got 20 of them, and so it was 5 times my experience. Which, if you stop and try to figure it out, give me a second. Let's see. 1848 times 5. Oops. 5 is really? 1848 times 5. That says 9,242. Which I know that ain't right. So what is it? 1232 times 5? It's a little closer. What about 1232 plus 616 times 5? That's still not quite exactly sure how it works out. But what the funny thing is here, if my personal reserves are 50%. So if you take my base versus my base personal reserve, it equals my experience earned before any bonuses. So it was also, I got a premium vehicle, and then I got 10,000 experience, which I have turned on the convert to crew experience, which really has gotten me doing this. I started the Chrysler K with 100% crew, and I've already got them on their third scale just by going through this and running just the 5 times and sometimes experience boosters. But in the low realm, there's a good game, not a superior game, again, a good game in the Chrysler K on Abbey. Hope everyone enjoyed this replay. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave us a comment in the comment section. And with that, I hope you come back again. If you're not subscribed, please do. Go ahead and click the subscription button. And this is GreatTaz saying, we'll see you soon in the world of tanks.